I opened my phone to relax for a minute, and then I saw someone winning their morning, someone else posting their 5 a.m. routine, someone else talking about everything they got done before 9 a.m. Then I closed the app and I felt instantly behind. Which is funny because 2 minutes earlier I was actually trying to rest. And I want to be honest about something here. Scrolling is not rest. It feels like rest because we're not doing anything physical. We're just like laying down. We're not at our desk. We're not technically working. But we started doing this, all of us, as a way to recover after a long day. A way to switch off. And somewhere along the way, it became the thing we do instead of actually switching off. So here is the truth that I don't know how to rest without feeling guilty anymore. And I don't think I am the only one. Why rest feels like guilt? Let's start with where this actually comes from, because the guilt is not random. Most of us were raised, whether directly or indirectly, inside a culture that ties worth to output. Not explicitly, like nobody sits you down and says, you're only valuable when you're productive. But you observe it anyway, from the praise you got for staying busy, from the way I am so tired I have had no time to myself, became the thing that people say with a strange kind of pride. From watching adults around you treat rest as something you earn only after everything else is finished. Peter Hersey, who wrote Rest is Resistance, puts it directly this way. We're not machines, we are human beings, deserving of rest and rejuvenation. That sentence shouldn't need to be said, but it does. Because somewhere along the way, most of us learned the opposite. That rest is what you get after you've proven you deserve it. And the problem with that belief is that there is no actual finish line. There is always one more thing you can do. There is always one more task, one more email, one more thing you could be doing instead of resting. So the permission to rest never quite arrives. And when you do finally take it, it doesn't feel peaceful. It feels like you're getting away with something that you haven't earned yet. The comparison made it worse. We talked in video 2 about why watching other people's lives keeps us away from building our. And this is the same mechanism, just aimed specifically at rest. Because now it's not enough anymore to struggle with resting on your own terms. Now you rest with your phone in your hand. And your phone is constantly showing you other people who appear to never stop. The 5 a.m. workout, the morning routine with 7 productive steps before breakfast, the day in my life videos where someone seems to optimize every single hour. And you're just laying down trying to recover from an exhausting day. And the content in front of you is quietly telling you that resting is something other people don't need to, which makes guilt worse, not better. Because now it's not just I should be doing something, but it's everyone else apparently is. So what's wrong with me? Here is what's actually happening though. You're just seeing a few curated minutes of someone's most productive moments. You're not seeing them collapse on the couch. You're not seeing the days they didn't post anything because they were running on empty too. The comparison is not fair because it was never showing you the whole picture to actually begin with. Your body doesn't actually know how to rest anymore. Here is something that took me a while to understand. There is a difference between collapsing from exhaustion and resting. Emily and Emilia Nagoski, in their book Burnout, explain that stress is not just about removing the stressor. You can stop working, lay down, have free time, and your body can still be stuck in stress mode. Because the stress cycle never actually completed. The nervous system didn't get the signal that it's safe to fully relax. So you lie down physically still, but your mind keeps running. Replying the day, planning tomorrow, checking your phone every few minutes because stillness feels unbearably uncomfortable. Bessel van der Kolk in The Body Keeps the Score writes, in order to recover, the body needs to discover that the danger has passed and learn to live in the reality of the present. But if you've spent years treating every single moment of stillness as something dangerous, as falling behind, as being lazy, as a problem to fix, your body doesn't know how to just be present, how to just be still anymore. It treats rest itself like a threat, which is why scrolling became the substitute, because it looks from the outside as rest. Laying down, not working, but it keeps your brain in the same stimulated state it's used to. It's not actually rest, it's just a version of the same restlessness. You've made your worth conditional on output. Here is what I think is actually happening underneath all of this. The guilt you feel when you rest is not laziness. It's a proof of something much deeper. It's a proof that somewhere along the way, you tied your sense of worth to what you produce. If I'm working, I am valuable. If I'm resting, I need to justify it. And once you see that clearly, the guilt makes complete sense. Because if your worth depends on output, then the rest is not neutral anymore. The rest becomes a threat to your own sense of being okay. In video 4, we talked about identity. How your habits are evidence of who you believe you are. And this is the same idea, just pointed somewhere more personal. If you believe you are the reliable one, the hard worker, the one that gets everything done, resting feels like betraying that identity. Like you're letting go of that version of yourself that you've spent years building lightly slip away. But here is the thing that changed something for me. There is no finish line that gives you permission to rest. You will never reach a day where everything is done. Every task is complete, every responsibility handled. And now you've earned stillness. That day doesn't exist. And waiting for it means waiting forever. Oliver Bruckman in 4,000 Weeks writes, "The day will never arrive when you finally have everything under control. The sooner you accept this, the sooner you can stop postponing the things that actually matter, including rest." Rest was never something you earn after the work. Rest is part of the work, not the reward at the end of it, but a requirement in the middle of it. And the moment you start believing that, the guilt doesn't disappear instantly, but it loosens. Because you stop asking, have I done enough to deserve this? And start asking, what do I actually need right now? The quiet cost of never really stopping. I want to be honest about what happens if this doesn't change. Probably you thought of burnout. And yes, burnout, it's not usually dramatic. It's not one big collapse. It's quiet, it's gradual. It's a slow erosion of the parts of you that used to feel like joy. The hobby that stopped feeling fun. The relationships that started feeling like one more thing you need to manage. The mornings that feel heavier than they used to for no specific reason you can name. We know the compound effect. Small things repeated daily build into something much larger. Never resting properly compounds the same way. Every day you don't actually stop, not scroll, not collapsing from an exhausting day, but to actually rest is a small withdrawal from a reservoir that doesn't refill itself. Just because you ignore it and you can't build a life that feels genuinely yours, if you never give yourself the stillness to actually feel anything about the life you're building, you end up moving fast toward a future you can't even enjoy once you get there, because you never practiced what enjoying anything actually feels like. The first thing you should do is to notice the difference between real rest and passive scrolling. Scrolling keeps your brain stimulated. Real rest gives it quiet. That might be sitting outside without your phone, laying down with your eyes closed and nothing playing, a walk with no destination, just breathing, without trying to optimize the breathing, and stop waiting for permission. You don't need to finish everything first. You don't need to earn it. Just schedule rest the way you would schedule something important. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching.